I wanted to show you something and ask you a question. See how good you are. I've got something in here. Here it is. Have a good look at it. What do you think it is? If you know the answer to that, let me know. I know what it is. I'll give you a clue. It's one of the biggest of its kind I've ever seen. Normally it's the size of a pea. But this one is about the size of a small melon. Let's compare them. Alright, so if you know what it is, give us an answer. Make a comment. Be interesting to know. Alright, well, I've been busy, I'm sorry, but we're going to get back to the subject of gold is found in structures, in structural features in rocks. And I'm going to do a series of videos where I will show you different types of deposits. And we're going to start with the simple ones. So it should be interesting. Sorry for the wait, for those who complained. But I have been rather busy and it couldn't be helped. See, I've got some nice lemons this year. Anyway, let's get to it. Another glorious day, isn't it? Just beautiful. I guess first things first, before you go to an area, you're not going to spend a lifetime trying to understand the structures. So it's worth telling you that it's a good idea to obtain good books which are relevant to the area that you're going to, like this one, World-Class Gold Camps. So if you're going to a world-class gold mine somewhere in your area, or you're close to one, then you'd want to know about it, and then from that you will learn a lot of things. In the case of, what we've done here at Redcastle, not Redcastle proper, but Redcastle South, some years ago we floated a company. I was part of a float, and we flew the Aeromagnetics over this area, over the entire Redcastle. And so let's go through, I guess, how we get the data. So the first thing is you'd want to, these are the things you're going to look at or obtain this data, but I'm just saying how we went about it. So we got a company to fly a little plane, and 50 meters height, and it was at 50 meter spacings, the Aeromag. So it's very, very detailed. And here it is. So you see the Aeromag is probably about 50 square kilometers, and very, very detailed Aeromag. And then of course, here's another book which is relevant to this area. These are the kind of books you want to obtain at the DMP, wherever you may be going, or as much as possible. So you will be able to ascertain the kind of structures that you're going to be looking at, or you're going to be faced with. Anyway, after we did the Aeromag, we got a group of geophysicists down in Perth to interpret the aeromagnetics. Obviously, you're not going to interpret it yourself. It's a very, very specialized field. An Aeromag is not just a a two-dimensional map of data. It actually has three-dimensional detail, and things like the first and second derivatives, and these are all things that are looking to understand the 3D distinctive packages or blocks, which then would enable them to understand the boundaries between these blocks and hence the structure. Here's another good book which is worth getting. It's an Atlas of Alteration Assemblages. It's a brilliant little book full of fantastic diagrams and pictures of actual core showing the alteration. You can see the lighter core is the altered core. I'm digressing. So we got Southern Geoscience Group down in Perth to do the geophysical interpretation of the Aeromag, and this is what the structural interpretation looks like. Have a look. Pretty impressive, isn't it? The fact that that we own this information now is of course very, very helpful. So the next stage of our endeavour was to here's another beautiful book, Microtectonics. And this actually is a book which clearly demonstrates that, microstructures actually reflect outcrop structural detail and even regional detail. These it's incredible, isn't it, that thin sections and slides studied under the microscope can actually tell you what mountain building was doing. Anyway, after we did the Aeromag and the interpretation, we got Bob Jeffries from Terrain Minerals. This is the company I was a shareholder of. We got Bob Jeffries, who's a very good geologist, to do the geology. And here's the geology of Redcastle, according to Bob Jeffrey. Of course, the geology is very hard to do. You can only do so much. The geology you see is only of the outcrops that are clearly visible. I've omitted the superficial covered deposits. But anyway, once you've got the Aeromag, the structural interpretation, the geology, and I forgot to mention the structural interpretation actually comes together with a report from Southern Geoscience. And that report enumerates all the target areas. And the targets are numbered and classified according to importance for first degree targets, second degree targets, and so on. And from that information, we were able to put together a drill pattern, which was put to the board. And we went ahead and did a geochem drilling program consisting of something like 750 holes spaced at 25 meters, and the the line spacing was somewhat larger. But anyway, that was done. And this is what the drill pattern looked like. The geochem drilling was down to about 2.7 meters, and it down to 2.7 meters, and it was targeting the pedogenic carbonate profile. We sent everything down to the labs in Kalgoorlie, or Perth I should say, and this is what the results look like, plotted up according to the size of the gold sample in ppb. So lo and behold, we were faced with, we were facing a rather large geochem gold anomaly, 3 kilometers long and about 1 kilometer wide. Have a look. So you see the plot of the gold assays, gold fire assays, and once you combine all the layers, the aeromag, the structural interpretation, the geology, the drill collars, and then the gold assays, this is what your map of Redcastle looks like. It's quite amazing. Have a look. The composite map we came up with is quite amazing, and it's amazing for the reason that the geochem anomaly, the gold in soil pedogenic carbonate, is very, very extensive, and it's confined, if you have a close look, it's confined to a zone or a corridor which is about 1 kilometer wide and 3 kilometers long, between the Buller Rocks granodiorite pluton to the south and a major shear zone, which you can see as a hatched structural line to the north. So the gold in soil is confined to a corridor. The corridor trends west-northwest, east-southeast, and it's confined between, as I say, between the major shear zone to the north and the Buller Rocks granodiorite to the south. This is a huge step in terms of information and in terms of telling us what may be in the ground. On the basis of this discovery of this gold mineralized corridor, I was able to get funding to proceed with the first phase or first pass RC drilling down to about 60-70 meters in places if necessary. Amazing things, can happen with scientific investigation. That's what I think we did here at Redcastle. Very detailed science. It's good science, and we've come up with a number of interesting targets and the geochem anomaly. I will break the video here and continue the next one. Hope you've enjoyed this part, or this comeback to geology. and hope you can appreciate the kind of things I'm telling you, and I hope you learn something out of this. Hope it's helpful to you in some way. All right, see you in the next one.